Hello and welcome to this new part of Super Danganronpa Another 2. Last time we completed the 5th class trial. Iro has got beat, but in the end she wasn't the culprit. Oopsie.
Oh man, it's totally not a surprise that they did not manage to clear a class trial without Shobai, considering he carried them through all the others. And I love the commentary here of, man, y'all can't clear a trial without Shobai? God, he was right.
Hmm.
It's so funny to me. It's hilarious that the one time he's gone, they fuck it up. That's excellent.
Absolutely. I guess the reason why Mikado is fooling them like this is probably to get a reaction out of Yuki.
You'll see.
Something fortune.
You'll see. I like this part of the game. This is good. This is good.
What?
Rohan Nijiwe, the ultimate artist, who has been voted the majority as the Blackens, is not the culprit of this case. What did you just say? Blackens has cleared the trial. As such, the killing school trip will now come to an end, as written in the school rules.
Hold on. What's going on here? Iroha, you need to explain yourself right now.
I don't know. I thought I was the culprit, wasn't I? No, I'm sure I was the one who killed Teria.
Could you repeat what you just said, Monocro? What do you mean the culprit isn't Iroha? Then who could it possibly—
Well.
The Blackened of this case is the ultimate wizard Mikado Sanoji. I support man's rights and wrongs.
What? What did you just say?
Look at this room full of jokers, to be so easily fooled. Just how stupid can you be? Tell me, you're just trying to make me laugh, aren't you? You were all just in on it for the joke, right? I mean, you can't seriously be this brain dead.
Mikado? What do you mean?
Mikado, what's going on? I poisoned the food because you told me to?
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's not how he died.
Nothing wrong. Then how come you're the culprit of this case and not me?
Of course you did nothing wrong. You did everything so perfectly, my dear. You have my compliments, Iroha. Because of your efforts, my plan has finally bloomed into something truly wonderful.
What are you trying to?
The poison I give you was fake. Just plain old salt, that is. I had already put the real cyanide in advance. All you had to do was sprinkle some salt on some already poisoned food.
That's a lie! You're using your position as the mastermind to fix the result of this class trial, aren't you? You're just making this all up. Our reasoning was perfect.
He's right. There was nothing wrong with her reasoning. Iroha herself is saying that she's the culprit. This shouldn't count. This class trial is invalid.
No, I am the real culprit who killed Saria. No, this can't be. It is your fault for not figuring out everything. If Shobai or Kanade were here, the result might have been a bit different. But I guess with Iroha herself thinking that she was the culprit, it would have been a risky trial nevertheless.
Wait, so you used me?
Oh, you used your brain cells. Congrats. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He used his magic, that's what. He used cheats to manipulate the class trial's results. Why would I ever believe you? Here, I even have proof. Which one was 16 again?
It was the one that he added in about his magic, but no. Mikado still actually is the killer. He didn't cheat.
No way! The rule that Mikado cannot use magic to commit a murder is crossed out.
That doesn't matter in the slightest. I can guarantee that I did not commit any foul acts during this case. I can even ask Monocro to reinstate that rule if you're so petty about it. Your theory was indeed perfect. Well, except for the fact that you guessed the wrong person who poisoned Teria. So in the end, you lost. Fair and square. Isn't it time that you realize there's nothing more to it than that?
Should have questioned Iroha on how exactly she murdered Teria, eh?
Shobai wasn't here, so they didn't think that far. Mikado didn't use any magic? He didn't use any cheats. All he did was trick Iroha and poison Teria? No, that doesn't matter right now. Whether he cheated or not, the outcome has already been decided. He lost the class trial. Now there's no way of denying that. My mind went blank. I tried to think of a plan, think of anything, but nothing comes to mind. In the midst of the void of nothingness, fear, endless fear started to swell up. We were so close from finding the real truth, and yet everything is now over. I feel like I was swimming up from the deep abyss, drowning just before arriving on the surface.
This must be a cruel joke. I can't believe this. The culprit should have been Iroha. Then why?
Whether you believe it or not, that I really don't care right now. The outcome has already been decided. Let's be honest here. As you've seen from this trial, even I cannot control Monocro. He is completely neutral in all of this, and for him to proclaim this outcome means that you cannot run away from this.
Run away? From what?
Now then, with the class trial finished, we will now begin the finale. As stated in the scroll rules, everyone except for the Blackened who won this class trial will be executed, and the Blackened will be able to escape this island.
Executed?
Hi, Yoriko! Really, don't tell me you didn't expect that coming. We've executed so many people in these trials, so I assumed you'd know the draw by now. The only difference is that the Blackened won this time.
What's gonna happen to me then?
Hi, girly pop.
If I'm not the Blackened, then you're the real culprit. That means I'm an accomplice, right? Does that mean I get to live?
Nope. Have you learned literally anything in your life? It has been said countless times that accomplices gain nothing from murderers. I'll repeat again for the final time. You're going to die, Iroha.
I did everything you taught me to. I did my job. You said you wouldn't kill me. You said you would let me live.
Oh, would you just for once in your life speak something with meaningful? Even if you were the Blackens, you would still be killed. You were voted by these idiots, remember? If you had actually murdered someone with more perfection, maybe you'd actually have a chance of living this game. The execution of the spotless who have lost the class trial will now begin.
What? No, please, wait.
Mikado! Do you even realize what you've done? You can't kill Yuki, can you? If he dies, then Master Utsuro won't be resurrected anymore. So some of yourself has returned to you.
He noticed.
Oh, he noticed. Of course he did. He's in charge of everything. This is how it ends. This is the correct ending that I planned for this killing school trip. What? Now then, I prepared a special punishment for Sora the Ultimate, Yuki the Ultimate Lucky Student, Yoriko the Ultimate Hostess, and Iroha the Ultimate Artist, respectively.
No! I don't want to die! I want to live!
A nightmare. Yeah, this must be a dream.
Finally. My lifelong dream has finally come true. I've abandoned everything for this, and now I will be reborn. Mikado! Mikado Sonoji! Commence the execution.
Well, something's gonna save us, right? It's gotta.
Oh man. Just sit and watch. Hey, Roha.
Everyone is getting pulled in their own corner.
Lollipop, no!
We didn't see Yuki getting pulled back though.
Good attention to detail. This is supposed to be the Deep Abyss, if I remember right, for the translation there.
That sucks.
Yeah. Considering the reference, too. Good. Die.
But Yuki is getting the... glitch. Computer died.
I mean, it
Oops.
is a virtual world after all.
Hmm.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited. Wait. Hello? Okay, this is Tsurugi.
Ah. Really? I'd say it's a lot later than I expected. Right. Good to hear that. Keep things steady until I arrive. Oh, and... never mind. It's nothing. See you later. So this day has finally arrived. Hello. You
Hi, bitch.
don't look well.
He does not.
Let's get ready then. To finish what happened back then.
Hello, Roogies.
Wee. Well, you're alone now. Bye.
Oh, man. This next section.
Oh yeah, Void Theater. Hmm?
I'll treasure it always.
You got the masquerade mask. Yes.
Yes. Miss Kurokawa! Miss Kurokawa!
Kurokawa.
Did you guess this twist?
No. No, I did
Not-
not.
That is Mikako's mother. Kokoro Mitsume, or should I say Kurakawa, is Mikako's mother. And our boy on the left is human Sanoji.
He looks very different.
I love him, okay? He's a nerd. I fucking love this bitch. I solved it. I finally solved it. The bug I was talking about. And here it is. The 7th method is returning the value of void.
Null?
Yeah.
Ah.
There's gonna be some coding talk here. You'll know better about what's being talked about other than me.
I see. So I guess the real meaning of void is null instead. I see.
I believe so, yeah. But like the everyone titles it as void though. Like that's the actual title. It's interchangeable. It does come from that though. Huh? What's wrong, Miss Kurokawa?
I told you not to refer to me as that name, Mikado Sanoji.
You certainly did. I'm sorry.
Have you forgotten? My last name is Mitsume. If it's that confusing, just call me by my first name.
But isn't Kurokawa still right, officially? You've said before that your husband and daughter were missing. So technically, you haven't gotten divorced yet.
Have you come here to talk about such trivial things?
No. Never. I just... Oh, right. The bug. I fixed it. You were right.
Man, Kokoro was a MILF all along.
Oh, absolutely, and she's one of the worst women on cast.
Wow.
So the 3 worst people on cast are as follows: Kanade, Shobai, and Kokoro. And now you get to know why.
And the code.
It's in the USB. Do you want to test it right now?
Give it a test. That's not bad. Expectedly.
I know, right? We're finally at the starting line.
He is very baby.
I know! He's so cute, please! I want to squish his face. He's so cute. Help! Oh, by the way, she's easily double his age. If I remember right.
I mean, she is
Like,
a MILF when he looks baby.
Yeah, okay. I can... no, I can't confirm that yet, but I can confirm his age. He is early 20s, like 20, 22, somewhere in there. He's between there. I can confirm his age. And I can technically confirm hers. I think she is in her 40s. Yeah. If I remember right, it's like 40, 44, somewhere in there.
I mean, having a teenage daughter does that to you.
Yeah. Oh, Mikako. Kokoro, I've brought this month's pay in the bag right here. I'm sorry that I always have to pay it in cash every time. Huh? What's wrong? Is there something troubling you?
No, but this is, as always, isn't clean money.
Yeah.
I know the security has been the worst ever since the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. But aren't you doing this too often? You know, hacking.
If you're concerned about money laundering, I've done it quite thoroughly every time.
Ah, I'm not berating you. Sorry if you got offended. Crime is everywhere these days, and I'm actually quite used to it anyways. It's just that you might get caught if you go too far. Just be on the lookout. You're one of my most important sources of research money. There aren't many people out there who are out to invest in people like me.
I'm afraid I can't, Kokoro. I haven't got much time left.
Do you mean, are you referring to the person you talked about last time?
Master Utsuro. I need to meet him as soon as possible, for my sake. Even if it's just an alter ego created inside a programmed world.
Mikado Sanoji, the emotion you're feeling right now, Is it aspiration, respect? No, it's awe.
To be honest, I don't give a damn about the ultimate luck or anything. If I could meet him for just a moment, I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Amazing. That's strong emotion without any doubts. Could I record your data for a sec?
Later, please. It's a bit disturbing, to be honest.
Alright. The reason why you're creating that alter ego, your relationship with that person, that has no relevance with me. To digitalize emotion and analyze it, to digitally create human emotion itself, that objective of mine was finally made true by your request. And our objectives merely happen to overlap, that's all.
That's expected of our Miss Kokoro. You make the things so much easier. That's why I'm requesting specifically you.
Then, the framework has been completed, and we should start a deep learning process with our sample data.
I'll take it from here, since I created the base algorithm.
You sure? You're the one who requested it, and I'm the one getting paid for it.
Lending the equipment necessary is enough reason to pay the money anyways.
If that's what you want, then alright. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Then make it black.
Sample data is on the desktop. Go ahead and input it. I'll be right back.
This marks another step forward. Master Utsuro, please wait for me. I will resurrect you, I promise. Let's see. Gosh, Kokoro, you keep things more arranged. Let's see. Is it this folder? What? What's with this folder? It's not any programming code. Is it a different type of data?
Oh, I haven't deleted this folder yet.
Whoa!
Why are you so surprised? It's not like you've seen something you weren't supposed to.
Kokoro.
This isn't something worth talking about. But it isn't anything worth hiding for either. It's all in the past anyways. I'm always thankful for your support, so I guess I can tell you this much.
What are these data files?
Haven't you always wondered about my family? About those who were my family?
Uh-huh. No, well, of course not.
You're lying. I assure you I know more about emotion curiosity than anyone else in the world.
You and your mind reading again.
This is, well, a file containing my daughter's brain map and digitalize electric signals from each response she gets. Why do you have that? For what?
Remember when I was mentioning a lot of foreshadowing about Mikako in the first game? It was because I was referencing this. I'm sorry?
It was my lifelong dream to study primitive emotions.
Primitive emotions.
Mikado Sanoji, what do you think the most primitive emotion is?
The base emotion of all emotions that us humans feel.
Yeah, the very first emotion that we humans feel as a living creature, when we first became a living creature, the very essence of emotion. Emotion is an unknown field. No one could ever logically explain what emotion is. But what if we could digitalize the most primitive emotion? Maybe we could further inspect about the very identity of us humans. Isn't it fascinating? Sounds like pseudoscience to me.
The ethics involved are a bit, but... Is that so? I'm not sure. And what does that have to do with your daughter?
Probably the reason why she got taken in by the by Yamato in the first place?
Our emotions get largely affected by our surroundings as we grow up. As such, to research about the most primitive emotions in its purest form, I must conduct the experiment from the very moment a human is born.
Yeah.
You had a child for that?
Yes, she did. Kokoro, you didn't.
Yes, I had her specifically for that project. It was much more convenient than getting another person's child, much higher security as well. I had her born in a lab. I started my experiment right away.
Jesus.
These files are all from back then.
Did your husband agree to this?
He did it for the record. I didn't think that the genes would have much of an effect, and I thought I searched for a sperm donor. Well, one of the researchers I knew had a crush on me for the longest time, made things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Poor
She
guy.
sure did that. Yeah. She's a piece of work.
Oh, this is the boring part, so let's skip this.
I headcanon her as Arrow Ace because she's just like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't give a shit. I headcanon her and Shobai as Arrow Ace because, like, neither of them give a shit about this sort of thing. So that means your husband and daughter who went missing.
Well, my husband couldn't stand it in the end, so he took off with my daughter. I lost contact, so I don't know what happened afterwards. Weird, he definitely agreed to the experiment, you know? It was at that point that I realized that fatherhood is a much stronger emotion than I thought.
So yeah, she actually doesn't know that that Mikako ended up with the Kisaragis. She has no idea that that's where she ended up. And if I recall, Daddy-O's just out of the picture. Like, I think something happened to him for her to end up at Yamato's house. I don't remember the specifics about that. I would have to go look to see if it is written down somewhere. All I know is that, like, basically, he took off with her. Something happened to him, and she ends up in the Kisaragi's front yard, and they're like, okay, cool, abandoned kid who needs a place to live. You can live here with us. Which is why this is not an adoption thing. This is, the Japanese trope and also custom practice of, like, just taking in a child when they're on the street with nothing, called throwaway children. Adoption's not super common in Japan, and evidence to the fact that she did not get adopted is she kept her last name. If you keep your last name, it basically means, like, I am a person with no family and I am just here. If you take the last name of the family who takes you in, then you're taken in as family, but not really at the same time, because family dynamics on that side of the earth are a bit, like, more blood heavy. Like, it's hard to explain. That's why I mentioned that in the first game, because I'm like, no, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Wait, but these files, they have been regularly updating until a few years ago.
That's because she ran away with the scanning chip still in her brain.
Yeah.
The ship is run by a semi-eternal battery, so as long as she was alive, the date should have been sent to this PC.
Then, why did you keep these? The file size is enormous. And were you planning to use these for research?
No, that's not it. I just forgot. There's a lot of data to handle.
She just legit gives no shit. God, she is such a piece of work.
As soon as she made contact with the outer world, the primitive emotion must have disappeared. So this is our worthless data. To be honest, I didn't even know they even existed before you opened them. Would you please delete them?
Alright.
What? Are you concerned about something?
No, I have no right to complain about the ethics when my hands are dirty from all the crimes that I've done. But still, she's your family.
You told me that you were an orphan, right?
Yeah, that's why he's a bit on the fence about this, because he's never had a family. So hearing that she did this to hers and then just is very dismissive about something that he has always wanted, yeah, there's some tension there about that.
Yeah. I guess this story sounded a bit irresponsible for someone like you. Sorry, I was being careless.
No, not at all. It's not something you should apologize for. I'm fine.
Interesting.
What is it?
I checked some of the data just in case, but my daughter lived quite a life, didn't she? She seems to have gotten into Hope's Peak Academy.
Come again.
And there's a name I recognize reoccurring many times throughout my daughter's memories. Utsuro is not the person you were looking for.
Yeah.
What's the matter all of a sudden? You surprised me.
I'm sorry. Kokoro, you're not joking about this, right? It was only a personal act of trying to meet with him that I've contacted you, and yet... Your daughter ran away and luckily got into Hope's Peak Academy somehow to meet with him. And I haven't even seen a single sign of him? Can this be fate?
Fate, luck, I don't believe in unscientific things. But this is new information to me as well.
No, if you think about it, it's quite simple. This is the power of the divine luck. Yes, it's his power. He is calling me. Him and I are pulled together once again. That could be the only explanation. Master Utsuro. Oh, Master Utsuro.
What is it
What a
about
sprite.
that guy?
I don't know, man. I don't get the attraction either. He's so boring. Utsuro's boring.
Yeah.
He's not even written well. I don't care. Like, shut up. Kokoro. The event that I met with you, that was also by Master Utsuro's will. I want this data to be scanned, all of it. This could prove to be even more important than the AI we're creating.
To be honest, I'm a bit tired.
What? If it's money, then I'll give you much more, please.
Give me a few more as a tip. I guess I'm skipping sleep tonight.
Couldn't this have waited until tomorrow?
Mikado's obsessed.
Program an AI to, or the scanning program does it by itself.
You're zero.
Yes.
And now we're moving on to something else. Yeah, Void Theater and then the Between chapter.
Is that... Does that pen and thing belong to Nikkei? I think it does,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Pen and paper, yes. The world is falling apart.
What was that? Playing a slot?
No, I mean literally. Don't we all know? Everything's over now. If this is happening, the killing school field trip must have come to an end. Though, there's no way for us to find out about how it all ended.
But I think it's unusual even for Mikado to put a sudden end to everything. Did something go wrong with the plan?
Serves him right. Rotten hell, Mikado Sonoji.
It's just my speculation.
Yeah, what we know for sure is, whether Mikado's plan succeeded or not, our time here is up.
If Mr. Utsuro really came back to life, if we can get our fortune back,
and even the smallest chance of us coming back to life opens up.
No, there's no such chance. Fortune is just that, mere luck. It's impossible to bring people back from the dead. And even if it were possible, Mikado Sonoji would never let it happen.
No. I don't want to die. I want to live some more. I want to stay here with you guys.
Emma. Snap out of it, we're already dead. Us talking here like this is only a fantasy.
I know that. I'm prepared to face the end. It would be childish to deny that. But I just couldn't help it. Our lives throughout the past years have been a living hell. And when we finally escape those gutters and live a normal life, we're dragged right back down and have to accept it's the end? No, I hate that. Why me? Why do we have to go through all the suffering?
Stop it. Crying out like that won't change what's already done. Besides, we all did something terrible. Hey, Nikkei. Is there anything you want to say? Might be your last chance to. Or are you keeping quiet because you don't have a mouth?
Fuck it. I'm just waiting for all this to be over. I'm glad that this hell of a life is ending. There's no point in living without power. Yeah, just let me return to dust.
Are you sure about that?
Well... What about you, then? Your health? You wanted to regain your health. You came this far just for that one goal. Why are you so concerned about other people? You must be the most desperate of all of us.
That might be true. But still, there's something that came to mind when I realized this will be the end. This is what I was fated to be.
What?
We were all granted power of fortune by Mr. Utsuro, and with that power altered each of our fates. We weren't dragged down to hell. We were there from the very beginning. Fortune might have allowed us a temporary escape, but this is a place we were all supposed to be.
You...
So we can't change fate.
I don't know. There might have been some way if Mr. Utsuro were still alive.
Fate is a bullshit thing. You can do
True.
everything you put your mind to. Though
Exactly.
there are, of course, limits, but it should be achievable for everyone to live a happy life, even if they can't achieve that one dream.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be better to think that we came back here where we belonged than we lost everything? At least in your last moments.
Forget it. You're lame. I'd rather not spend my last moment dealing with the likes of you. I'm gonna lay down here and silently fall into sleep.
If that's what you want.
I'm sorry.
Emma,
Hmm?
tell me one final joke. Anything's fine.
Oh, but I thought you hated them.
Just pick one already. It's almost time.
All right. What do you call a deer with extremely good eyesight? Well, I guess you didn't get to finish it.
You did not get to deliver the punchline. Before we continue, do you remember the notes that I put you under duress to find in 6.5?
Each one of those was written by a Void member.
Ah,
And if you watch back that footage, that's why I was like, holy shit, they're foreshadowing this early. There were 5 notes. Each one of them was written by a Void member. Each one of them was written to show like an insight of what their life was like and how they wanted to avoid their situation. Each one. And a lot of people don't know that because they don't go through DRA, but yeah, each of the notes in 6.5, each one of those is a Void member note. It references all of their backstories in that way. And, I mean, you can look at the backstories on Lanuja's blog, just like, you know, they're not translated. Some other people have translated them, but there are some inaccuracies for some of it, but whatever. Master Utsuro, I was happy to meet you. But at the same time, I was unhappy. That's the reason I resent our meeting. So thank you. Because you were... Okay, so this is just repeated dialogue from the initial start of the game where Sora was introducing herself. I do think it changes, so I will read it. What should I say first? If I were to explain who was monologuing right now, my name is... though I doubt anyone really cared. As you can see, I'm not... or have a... as well as... I'm just one of the students that at any morning... Okay, you can skip all these. Only emptiness. This is Yoriko.
Alright. Sora, get up! You look completely different.
And now we get to talk about the ages of the actual ages for the cast for this chapter. Yeah. So, none of them are high school students. You were correct in that guess. Congratulations, Rina, for sussing that out.
That is obvious.
All of them are 20 or over. Every single person on cast is over 20. Sora is the same age as Mikado, and so are the Voids. Teria is also around the same age in there. Shinji is the oldest out of the entire cast. But yeah, we'll go through that as we go through the lore. But yeah, and I'll talk more about it later, but I wanted to give you a reference.
Yep. Sora, are you okay?
Uh-huh.
Sora, it's me. Are you okay? Do you know where we are? I see binary code in the sky, so something must have gone wrong.
You are supposed to. We will see tons of it throughout this entire chapter. This place.
Wee.
Oh my god, my favorite track. Oh, I've missed this track so much. This is my favorite track in the entire fucking game.
Thank God. You're okay, Sora. When I found you on the floor, I thought you were dead. I thought I was dead.
Huh? Who are you?
Excuse me?
This is the first time we've met, right? What is it? Something about you is familiar.
Sora, it's me, Yoriko Kabuya.
I will give props here. This version of Yoriko is more attractive than the other.
Yeah.
I still think she's equally as annoying, and I fucking hate her still. But, like, this design, this is the better design. And people can bitch to me about it if they want to. But this one, I choose this one. This design here would have made Yoriko way more likable for me. You choose the last chapter of the game when I already fucking hate her. Awful decision. I understand, but like, I fucking hate it. Anyway. Yoriko, is that really you?
Yes, of course it is.
You look like a completely different person.
I don't understand either. I look like I did back when I was in high school.
In high school? Yoriko, I can't remember.
Huh, my theory was correct. I don't know why my memory of my appearance is back, but this is how I look now.
Yeah.
What? You still don't believe me? My memories might be back, but I still remember everything that happened.
I believe you. I was just a little surprised. Oh, you look very mature, though.
Well, that's because I am an adult. I don't know how old you are, but I'm older, probably.
Roughly 10 years older, to be precise. Yoriko is roughly 10 years older than Sora.
So, should I call you Miss Kaguya? Or are you already married?
What? Shut up! I'm not that old.
I think you're pushing it, but okay.
Miss Kaguya?
I'm just asking you to treat me how you usually do.
It's just a joke, Yoriko. By the way, do you know what happens? I want to know our situation.
No, we obviously didn't know what to do until our minds went blank.
What?
We were alive?
I think so.
What happened to the execution? Why are we on this beach and where are the others?
Yoriko, I have a question. We're still in the virtual worlds, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious. Look at all the just assets. I love chapter 6. Like thematically I love chapter 6. I don't love the story of chapter 6, but I like chapter 6 then thematically.
Well, I don't think that zeros and ones are normally flying around in the real world. And the sky is purple, if you've noticed.
Did you say that your memories are back?
Yeah, I don't know why.
So how did you get kidnapped and forced into the killing game?
I'll tell you. Just wait a second, my mind is still a bit fuzzy. I'm sure I was working as usual, then someone... Sorry, I don't remember the details, but I know for sure I was surprise attacked.
If you don't want to remember, you don't have to. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. In any case, we know what's going on now, so I think we need to check.
Huh. The student handbook is completely broken. There's some weird static in the rules section. Sora, look at this.
Reset code activation.
So that's basically what this did.
This is...
The reset code is unlocked. Did this bring my memories back?
Yes.
Let me check mine. Oh, mine's like that too.
Really? So have you remembered anything?
They should come back. My real memories. You remember before, right?
Oh, yeah. Kanataira, was it? Have you gotten any other memories apart from hers?
I should have, but I don't feel any different from how I did in the last trial.
Well, the change of my appearance must have something to do with the reset code.
It does.
But you haven't changed at all, so maybe it didn't work for you.
I don't know. The reset code is not absolute. The reset code just initializes the tampered state of data.
Tampered state? What's that?
So hi, Monocrose. Hi, Monocrose.
Yeah, he's back.
My boy, I love him.
Wait, what?
Buddy.
Monocro! Pleasure to see you all again.
You! What do you want this time?
No, wait a second. I am no longer your enemy.
What bullshit are you trying to pull? You work for Mikado.
Yoriko, shut up for 5 minutes.
Yoriko, wait a minute. Monocro, I wanted to talk to you.
Sora?
Yes, shut up for 5 minutes.
The day I arrived on the 5th island. When that happened, you tried to tell us something, right? Yes. Why didn't you say anything? And what did you do after that? Then your condition was weird. And there's gotta be a reason that you're here, right? Still as seasoned as ever, Miss Sora. I'll admit, you were half right. Half right? Once my data was initialized, it doesn't make sense for me to be here anymore. So in theory, my personality should be dead, but I have somehow come back to life. Now that I have a few moments of freedom, I came here to you. What are you talking about? Don't you understand? I'm here to help you guys.
To help us?
Monocro is now Sora's companion.
Yes.
My boy.
Though, sure is interesting, and what are we gonna do, like, now?
We'll get there. It's just the start of chapter 6. We will get there.
It seems both of your reset codes have been activated, right? Seeing how Yoriko's avatar has been released. But nonetheless, you lack information. To beat that monster, Mikado, you need information.
Are we in an RPG now?
I mean, okay. Monocro's never really loved Mikado. They've always had some tension. And now Monocro's like, yes, I have freedom and agency. Time to get done, bitch. I love my boy. I love my boy. I love my boy. I love him. He also fucking hates Yuki, by the way. That's a fun fact. He can't stand him. Which, that's why Monocro is my boy. Because yes, my boy. You are right. Anyway.
Am I wrong?
Wait a minute. You're acting weird. You've been on Mikado's side all this time, so why are you helping us now?
He was programmed to help Mikado, dear. Follow along.
Well, I'm not sure either. I think the default value of my algorithm is to help humans. Algorithm. All programs act using algorithms, and the principle of those are determined by the default value. Well, I've not exactly been trustworthy so far, so you have to make a choice if you're going to trust me or not. I won't force you. As Yoriko said, I've been working with Mikado, so why would you trust me? However, I am no longer under the jurisdiction of Mikado, so now my action is to help you. I hope you believe that much.
What should we do, Sora?
Adopt burb, adopt burb, adopt burb. It's time to adopt burb. Burb.
I can't help it. I'm so obsessed.
Monocro, what do you know about Mikado's plan? Where are the others and what's going on? Well, not all of them are here, but I could show you where they are. Yoriko, let's take his help.
Are you serious?
Yes, girly.
It's hard to understand the situation with just the two of us alone.
And also, Yoriko has no brain cells.
Hmm.
And Sora, you're lacking a few as well. Love you, girly, but you also have low your scale.
Besides, we don't know where the others are. And we could always use some eyes in the sky. We have the perfect bird to do that job. Please don't address me as just a bird.
Right, I'm suspicious of Monocro, but he has been acting weird for the past few days. However, if you betray us, you will die!
Do not worry, my algorithm isn't programmed to lie. So it's safe to assume that you have decided there's nothing else on this beach. We should move. Move? To where? To the singularity.
Is this Fate Grand Order now?
Please talk to me when you're ready. I want to start right away. Once we get to move around, I think this would be a good cliffhanger. What a sudden reunion. Monocro is certainly back to his usual self. I'm still not sure if he's our ally or our enemy. I'm sure Monocro is something that could be useful to us. What happened to us? Who knows what the future may hold? It's time to uncover the truth.
Yeah. Chapter 6.
Whee.
Anyway,
Whoa.
So- before we do our cliffhanger, how this chapter works is this entire chapter is an investigation.
Yeah, like it always is with chapter 6's A.
Yeah. But there's gonna be a lot of fuck shit that happens, and honestly, we've already run in from chapter 5, chapter 0 to chapter 6. I think this is a good place to switch videos.
Alright then we will start the investigation of chapter 6 next video.
Yeah.
So yeah, until then, goodbye.